leaderboard too, so it's actually working out for both of those teams.
Why not?
So it's interesting to see how Daily Bugle, if they'll change it up, maybe Nico and Polarized aren't too happy with how Storm Surge going, get a little bit more aggressive because they know they can stomp out Macwood and Donnie.
Yeah, definitely. That Storm Surge is always going to be a pesky one for the players here. It's just that thing, right? You have to take a battle, but how far are you willing to take that fight? Once you get a couple tags, maybe you have the advantage. For some, that's the difference maker, right? We've seen players get taken out early. Like, for a second there, Cold and Scented, right? Losing Scented early in that game and then trying to
claw back in. You know,
the battle bus. Again, unfortunate situations you can find yourself in for trying to get to those fights. But it looks like the battle bus is here and Game 3 is underway. So let's go ahead and hop on in and check out what we got.
Let's start Game 3.
Dead. Me and Bailey are watching Ethan
Here we go. 3 more games left.
It's the biggest Fortnite.
Prove yourselves worthy of an FNCS grand
yeah, it's a
finals,
massive
and right off the
Fortnite
bat,
tournament that
Sprite's like,
happens
listen,
what,
I
like
am
once every
worthy
couple seasons?
of Greasy Grove. It is mine, Agers and Rise. Please leave.
We saw that last game. We saw Agers catch Nounsy first inside the elimination feed. This time, Observers is like, nope, we're not missing it. We're starting here right away, and we catch it. But before we even get to get the full scope of what went down, Sprite and Nounsy find themselves 2 quick eliminations. Reciprocal and 20, though. They've been in the battle just head-to-head against Rhythm and Crew here. And you know what? They're doing a pretty decent job at it, if I do say so myself. 64 points now. That's 2 games in a row. They at least should just consistent enough, making it not only out of this drop, but into somewhat of an end game here. But for the first time now, we're watching the cards be dealt out, and maybe it's not in their favor in full here. 20 late up here, no shield, and Rhythm finds himself the full keg to play off of as well, so he's going to get max HP here shortly. This is not looking too good. I do wonder, is he just going to back out here, maybe give him this one and come back a little later for the reboot card?
Ooh, 20 finds the quick knock there on the Shiesty. And let me tell you something here. If Reciprocal didn't actually quote-unquote donate that keg there, then this would be a much easier clutch situation here for 20. Gotta pay attention though. Paying close attention to the roost. Gunplay going down. Rhythm down 17 HP. One more bullet, and it's going to be Raps. 20 tries to find it, but not going to be landing that last and final shot. And Rhythm clutches up with the green pistol.
Came down to the difference of 17 HP, ladies and gentlemen. Oh man, so unfortunate for 20, and great job for Rhythm and Shiesty to stay in the game right now. Jumping on over to Covert Kevin. It looks like, okay, so it really does look like Scented and Cold have completely, you know, foregone the whole drop spot of Sleepy Sound.
How'd you get down there?
Straight to Covert Cavern and willing to battle it out this time, taking control of the Vaults card. That's new. We have not seen them with the card even in the last game. It was actually in the hands of Moo and
who won last
here,
season?
who were the team that was pretty much sticking around for you know, the entire duration, trying to wait into the storm line to get the loot that drops out of the vault here. So
in EU,
you know, Sensen and Cold have a decision to play.
In OC, we had
Fab, Chemo, and Park.
Yeah, guys, we just gotta reset, assess the situation, and take it a little bit slower than they have.
Hey! No, it's not
and work on the fact that they have that Q card, but we've seen plenty of people just kind of stick around as Nerface sticks his face out of the build, and Keys is like, hey, stick that back down, and takes a couple shots there. Picks up an elimination in Elan feed there.
Those elims are huge for players like Clix as well, who are, I think, just being carried off of their elims at this point. Not getting too much placement, but you know, those elims do manage to rack up and count. Nerface and Bacon going back out here. Decide that the battle's not worth the troubles. They got what they could from the engagement, from the clash there.
Yeah, and interesting, right? Like, you take one of those split drops, and if you don't actually take that early game fight, I mean, there's not a lot of loot to go ahead and go gather up after you leave that spot. So, interesting development there. And, I mean, maybe they'll get lucky, find a couple chests along the way, get blessed with some really good RNG. Pops out some minis, some big potions, and they'll be back into it. They just got to take some time for some mats, as we know our players love to do, right? This is Fortnite. Got to make sure that you got your mat count max at all times, and players that don't like to do that are Clix and Day. They like to just go for max elims rather than max mats.
Hey, you know, they're like, you go farm, and we'll take you out, and thanks for the hard work. And that's ours now.
Something cold.
Yes, they got the Volt.
There we go. And doesn't look like they had to find any elims for it, so It'll be interesting to see if they can actually fight their way out of this, as
before.
Macwood and Donnie look like they have pretty much all of Daily Bugle left to themselves. I think Polarize and Nico found an elim earlier in the feed, so they probably rotated out fairly quickly and left Macwood and Donnie here to just chill out and hang out at top spot on the leaderboard. They are not complaining about the situation right now at all, but with an early rotation out of Nico and Polarize, that means that Macwood and Donnie are going to have to make some moves for Storm Surge.
Yeah, definitely. Especially if they didn't trade any tags and get into any kind of fight. That early situation. I just wanted to bring attention, like Scented and Cold's play. It makes sense now. In game 1 and 2, they were willing to camp out the vault, stay in the storm, and make it very difficult. The time that they finally get the card, the key card, the opponents are like, yeah, no, you can just have it. We're out of here, right? So just different mentality in play, right? Different strategy as well. So kind of interesting. So I do wonder if the pressure, right, being alleviated since they have the vault keycard and all that loot, how that's going to work out for them.
Yeah, I don't think they necessarily need that vault, right? And that's kind of what the other players are thinking, like, listen, all right, well, we lost out on getting the card this time. That doesn't mean that we're just going to sit here in Storm and try to throw away our game. We're just going to leave and try to see what we can work with without it. It's pretty much lost already anyway, as Chonker Speedway down there gets a little bit of a development. And this is where Nico and Polarize actually picked up that elim that I was talking about on the Boxer here. Right to the west of Daily Bugle. They did make that early rotation and find 2 quick eliminations, so they're going to be set up nice and large. And as I mentioned, coming into this game, they were 9th on the leaderboard, so Daily Bugle is working out very well for both of those teams.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And you know what? That's a surprise onto Boxer and company, right? You know, you don't expect players like Polarize and Nico to rotate out early, but that's what happens when you have a winner's chance, right? They have a fighting chance right now. They're inside the top 10. They're like, hey, this game's going great. You know, I know we're contested here at the drop, but is it worth it? Let's just go somewhere else, right? Let's continue to extend it, see what happens. Let's make the best of these rounds. And just like that, it works out even better. 2 quick elims, plenty of loot, and they managed to survive the drop without a problem. No sweat in sight. Scented and Coldo sitting at a strong, solid 17, so they're just in the upper bracket of where they can be in this competition. By no means are they're out just yet, but with a couple of rounds left in the game here, there's only 5 games today. Is there enough space for them to jump up to the top?
Yeah, and getting that vault there, looks like they have 2 launch pads in total. Larson and Smite, they've kind of had an interesting day so far. They haven't really had much success. And again, looks like they're finding themselves on the back here as they're all the way north. Now tanking out the Storm.
Got 2 points.
Kind of in a face-off with Nosh and
Goofy look, see how many points I've got.
And Nosh and Goofy Goober, they're like, hey, listen, we tried to get some
buy their health and stuff,
but it's no longer working out, so we're just going to take a truck.
I see it.
But Larson and Smite doesn't look like they have a vehicle where they can just leave, so they got some walking to do.
Yeah, you know, it's a very expensive ride from that far outside the storm. That's going to cost them tons of heals and everything in between.
That's literal facts.
Clicks and Day, though, on the other side over at the Joneses here, you know, very comfortable.
I'm going back up to that spot we were
in the surrounding area. They are, however, quickly rotating into what will be a fresh team of 2. That's a guess. These guys, with all this space here, are probably going to be mega looted.
Why?
But it looks like Clicks and crew are on high alert right now. Oh, yeah, that sign right there. The Doritos band, battery up, hot red. They know this is a fight. They're going to take this fight. They're probably going to finish this fight. And honestly, this is the scariest spot to be in when Day is confident and Clicks is confident, right? They know they have the advantage. Like, undoubtedly know. It's over. These are their elims.
Okay, I'll leave.
On the court, and I was shocked. I mean, who wouldn't?
Hey, Dad.
NBA All-Star, only 27 years old, and this all happened just 3 months before his tragic death. So what's wrong? Well, meet Reggie Lewis, an NBA player who lost his life.
Hang on, put it in the wash.
I'll put it in the wash. Dad!
The story about Reggie.
Dad, I'll put it in the wash.
Put in the work, put in the hours and take what's ours.
Grew up in the rough streets of Baltimore, murder capital of the United States. Wouldn't have been to the NBA in the first place.
No, it's not the Rick dance. It's the kid with the crown. There were kids doing party hips.
Yeah, yes, Dad. Yes, Dad. He goes to bed off. Finally, he's been in this body for like 7 hours.
I know.
We got a couple kids going in. Two. With that.
Bro, I wish I got those bow kills on recording.
I'm landing here at Mr. Cream or Mr. Whip.
Okay, I'm landing there as well, but I landed on a bow.
Okay. Oh, there's someone behind you. Dead. Okay, I got a purple.
Look where he landed!
Wait, what?
He landed on that, on the top of that. On the
nice.
unopened umbrella.
Got you a gift.
Is my gift the striker pump? Hang on, I can deal with this kid too. I'll deal with the kid on the inside. I've got no bow ammo.
There's another one.
20.
Dead.
Wait, do you have any bow ammo?
Huh?
Do you have any bow ammo?
No.
Go chest. Purple machine pistol.
I'll use the chunks, yeah. Hey.
No, there's a shield kick up here.
Oh yeah, I found a buy.
Oh,
that.
Can I just have the ammo for it? Ethan's on. Go back to party. Oh, go back to party.